Hey, beautiful people. I am Shemeka Wright, your self-care advocate, and this is Balanced Life. So as we enter this holiday season, you already know you're about to be around some family members that you got some bad air with. There's some things that haven't been resolved. It could be money. It could be politics. It can be some family quarrel, but you know what it is, and you know you're not in the mood. Maybe this is the year that you are preparing to set some boundaries because you have had enough. Either way, this week we are talking about boundaries and the guilt that can come along with it when you set them. Okay, so before we get into that, I want to introduce our candle of the week. It is the Happy Holidays candle. This has notes of apple, cinnamon, clove, bourbon, pine, orange peel, fir, and cypress notes. So it is that perfect Christmas tree, Christmas in the air type of flavor. Now, this also did have an air freshener, but that has sold out. So don't miss out on your opportunity to get this Happy Holidays candle, and they are now only $10. Once they are sold out, we do not restock. So make sure you get yourself one. All right, let's jump into this topic of boundaries and the guilt that can come along with it during the holidays. All right, boundaries. Boundaries are one of those things that I believe that people think that they are for the other person, when boundaries are really for yourself. Your body is going to tell you whether or not you are setting healthy boundaries or not, because you're going to have discomfort. Why? I know. For me personally, when I have not set a healthy boundary, I am terribly uncomfortable within my body. My jaw gets really tight. I hold my shoulders really tight, and my feet break out in eczema. So my body shows me and it tells me when there is an area of discomfort that I have not addressed. But that comes with being in tune with yourself. Even if it was things that I had shared that did not have a resolution, it was a solution to releasing it off of my heart, to releasing it off of my mind. And during the holiday season, that is when that tends to come back up for most people. Why? Because throughout the year, everyone kind of disperses and go on, lives their lives and stuff. And you can kind of forget about a little bit of the tension that's going on in the family dynamic. But as soon as you all come back together and you start to feel that energy that's flowing off of each other, you are then immediately brought back into all of those feelings, that discomfort, that anger, that sadness that was never resolved. As long as those feelings continue to come up, you're continuing to have that discomfort. That is a sign that you have not set a healthy boundary for the scenario. And keep in mind, setting a healthy boundary and stating what it is that's bothering to you, it does not mean that you are going to get a resolution from whomever it is that you have the conflict with. When you are setting a boundary, it is for you to say, okay, I need this off my chest. I need this for my healing. This is for my self-care. Whether you do anything with this or not, whether you help me get a resolution to this or not, there is a solution that I need for myself to help me move on. And granted, I know that this is something that is much more easier said than done. And that's the reason why I also want to talk about the guilt that goes along with setting a healthy boundary. So if it is a family member, definitely, because there's love that is there, there's history that is there, and there is immediate guilt that can just flow right over you, and you feel like a bad person because you decided to put your foot down. But are you telling other people yes while telling yourself no? Your body is answering that for you. As I asked that question, what came to your mind? How did you feel? What was going on in you? That's when you know that it's time. And sometimes some people answer this call by not surrounding themselves in that environment, and that is okay too. Sometimes the answer is removing yourself or no longer partaking in things that are going to trigger those things for you, because whomever it is that you are dealing with is not in a space, and they never will be in a space to receive what it is that you are trying to say, what it is that you're trying to do, how it is that you're trying to grow, that is going to promote your healing. And I am an advocate for, if you need to remove yourself from the situation because you just know that it's not going to work there, then you do that. I'm the advocate for you do what you feel is best for you, because nobody is living in your body but you. So as you're going through your holiday season, right, and you're feeling all of these emotions, just know it's okay. Just know it's normal. Just know your family is not the only one who is going through things, so you are not alone. How it is that you choose to handle it is what's going to make the difference in how it is that you enjoy your holiday season. So that guilt that is coming over you, look for other things as an outlet to kind of reassure yourself that you're doing the right thing. Because you can be told, over and over again that, this is the best thing for you, you're doing the best thing for you and everything, but that still doesn't stop the guilt that comes along with it because of the love that's attached to it, and it's the holidays, etc. That doesn't remove any of that, but there are little things that you can start to do to help yourself relieve that. One of the things you can do is journal. You can journal those emotions. You can journal. You can write that open letter, but to yourself in your journal, of the things that you want to say and how it is that you feel and what you think that this is doing to you, for you, and how it is that it can help you. If you have a good friend that you can confide in, and do that as well. Like, just don't keep it to yourself. That's where we mess up. When we are in this journey of healing and setting boundaries and, basically trying to get our lives together, okay? That's where we mess up. We mess up a lot of times by keeping it to ourselves. Keeping it to ourselves is one of the most detrimental things that we can possibly do, because if you're keeping it to yourself, guess what you're doing? You're letting it eat you from the inside out. And how is your light supposed to shine if you are letting something eat you from the inside out? What also comes along with setting healthy boundaries and guilt is forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself, because that guilt means that you're blaming, that you're judging yourself, and that you're putting it all on you. And there is no situation that happens in any kind of dynamic that it's only one culprit. There's always multiple versions of the story and multiple people involved to make the problem it is what it is. And more often than not, the idea would be to have all of those involved that help create the problem solve it. But we all know that's not the way that life works. And sometimes we have to be okay with saying that thing is not going to work out. Leave that thing where it's at, and then taking that initiative to say what it is that we are going to do for ourselves so that we don't let that thing hold us back. And that's what ends up happening when you don't set those healthy boundaries. It holds you back. Because you have these things that then start replaying in your mind of shoulda, coulda, woulda. You're having these outbursts. Sometimes it might be in the shower. You might be cussing somebody out. Get it out your chest. Tearing that shower up. Lighten them up for what it is that you need to get off your chest. Whatever it is for you to release it, do that so you can move past it. And then you have to accept the fact that sometimes the people that you have the issue with are not ever going to be in a position to openly receive what it is that you said and collaborate with you to resolve it. You have to be okay with not getting an answer or a resolution from the other person. This is about doing the things that you need to do for yourself to find solution for yourself. You are in this body. You are the one that spends the most time with you. So it is best for you to understand what it is that you are working with and do the things that best promote the most healthy environment for your life. So if not going to that family member's house and is what works for you, don't go. If having that conversation and letting it off your chest, whether or not you get a resolution or not, you're just like, I just need to say the shit. If that's what works, get it out. But one thing I don't want you to do is shelter yourself, change who it is that you are, and let it be the driver for holding you back, for not doing and being the things that you are meant to do and overcome just because of that thing that happened in that dynamic. Okay? So I want you to enjoy your Thanksgiving because that is our first holiday coming up this week. So happy Thanksgiving to you today on this Thursday. And then after that, we're going to have more conversations because Christmas is right around the corner. Get your Black Friday sales in. Don't forget about the candle of the week. Happy holidays. It makes a great stocking stuffer. And I want you to know that you have my support. You have my support during these holiday seasons and throughout the entire year. You need to do what is best for you, and I am an advocate for that. So if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I will see you next week on Balanced Life with Shemeka.